Palguin is one of the kayaking world's most famous and popular rivers. It's a perfect training ground for anyone who wants to get better at steep creeking, and the perfect spot for advanced kayakers to try out some downriver freestyle and more technical moves. The upper section consists of just 3 drops over a few hundred meters, but the quality of each drop means that you finish every lap feeling like you've been through an awesome kayak wonderland. Higher water levels in the main Chile season are fed by snow and glacier melt, but a volcanic spring keeps the levels topped up all year round, giving you guaranteed minimum levels whenever you stop there, and you really have to stop there. It's no surprise that all the thousands of kayakers who have run this section rate it very highly, and if you are planning a trip to Chile, then here is what you need to know. This is Ben's house. Ben has let thousands of kayakers walk through his land without charging for access or parking. Try to keep on the roads and trails, and if you want to show some appreciation, then he's always happy for people to introduce themselves with a few beers. The trail to the put-in starts just to the left of his front gate. There are a couple of obstacles, but it's not too bad. Follow the trail around to this cool land bridge, and then you've got to see a launch in off the side of the gorge. From here you can paddle up under the land bridge and try and get a view of Salto Palguin. And there's a nice big pool to warm up and get used to the cold water. The first rapid is the famous double drop, and it has about 100 meters of grade 3 lead-in before you get to the main drop. I usually go down the right hand side, and then just as you're getting towards the drop, pick your way between the rocks and get onto the left side of the top drop. If you get out on the right hand side, then there's a ladder that helps you climb back up to the top of this drop, and you can put in between the grade 3 lead-in and the double drop itself. This means you can do several laps of the main drop and work on whatever the next step is for you. The key to a smooth line here is getting close up to the left wall for a right boof, maintaining your momentum, and then up to the left wall again for another right boof.
You can see there's not really any hole here. At most levels, whatever you do, you're going to wash out.
That means you can work on boofs, ear dips and freewheels without worrying about messing up. Keeping your momentum is really important because the boils can start to overwhelm you. Between the first and second drop is another short grade 3 gorge. The first half is a centre, left, back to centre move before a calm pull.
You can catch the eddy between these 2 grade 3 bits. And I like to go to the right of the rock in the middle and use a hole on the left to slow me down.
The clean line is a right boof on the left side of the drop. Don't worry about your speed for this one. Going slow will help you line your nose up as far left as possible before waiting for a late boof.
This river right side is less likely to land you in the hole. But the hole's not so bad.
There is an option to stop in a micro eddy just above the drop, but not everybody finds this helpful. The right line is less likely to land you in the hole, and at very particular water levels can be very rewarding. If you do end up upside down, it will feel rough, but my experience is that people flush out after no more than a few seconds. If you swim, you'll likely be washed up on the left, which isn't awful, but it's not an easy place to get your boat empty and get your things back together. This pocket between the boil and the wall is where you'll end up, but it does flush out, so try and hold on for a while.
Around the corner from the second drop is the famous 20-footer. I find it easiest lining this drop up right on the right hand side, follow the water, and then bend round to spot your landing. Don't underestimate how much you need to go round with the drop.
As you get close to the lip of the drop, you can see a deeper area on the right hand side. This is where you want to put your paddle and match the angle of the lip. This should help you land on the boil even if you don't straighten up. This is the drop where Aniol first landed the cobra flip, and you can see why. It's got a perfect lip and it's a really good height to complete a rotation without being guaranteed to get injured if you get it wrong. Lots of people have used this as a training spot to try and get some downriver freestyle. I've tried a few back freewheels here myself with varying success, but remember this is still waterfall freestyle, and even though it's a relatively forgiving place to try, it's obviously not risk-free.
A great little camera spot, beautiful light. There's also a left line as well. That's got a more rolling lip, and so this is a good one for practicing your tucks if you're looking to do some bigger drops.
Just round the corner from the biggest drop is the smallest but most consequential drop. It's a small drop, but it's got a very sticky hole and walled-in sides. You just want to go down the middle, try and get some speed, and then boof straight down the middle. If anyone is feeling particularly nervous about this one, then it is possible to get out just above the drop to portage or set safety, but this is not necessarily easy and must be done very carefully. As you come out of this final gorge, you've got one more rapid that you need to pay attention to. It's an easy line from river right to river left, but there's a strainer up on the right hand side that would be problematic if you did go into it. There's another branch on the right just after, but this one's not so bad.
Even if you think you know the takeout, it has now changed in the last couple of years. You're looking for the flags and the ribbons and going up the track up here.
It takes about 3 minutes to walk back up to the start, where you found the trail down to the put-in, but it's much more fun to ride on the back of a truck.